All right, so let's get started on the survey. They say it'll take 10 to 15 minutes. It takes a while. It takes a while. For some reason, the survey is very long. They don't want you to do any information of your own, so that's fine. They want you to support your responses. They want you to be honest. But the biggest thing, try to overlook bugs or other technical issues when providing feedback. That is weird. Like, I guess that they don't want us to just be like, oh, this bug happened when this happened, but it's like there's a lot of bugs and technical issues that pop up that do greatly impact your experience. So I kind of took that to heart, but let's get started. How familiar are you? I'm a Pokemon master, obviously. Jeez, do they even have to ask? I do like this one. Roughly how much time would you say you spent playing TCG Live overall? I think I play over 30 plus, and then on what platform? Obviously desktop, so that's easy. How would you rate your experience? So this is where I was having some trouble. I'll type in my response here. I think I'll go for a 2. Maybe I'll go for a 3, depends how I'm feeling. I think, let's go for a 3. Let's be a little nice. You still had a lot to say even without the bugs? Oh, I still have a lot to say. So I'm going to go with a 3. I'm going to be nice. Maybe a 2. I'd give it a 2.5 maybe. So my overall experience with TCG Live, I just typed out a quick paragraph. I stopped playing for the month of April after playing the beta since day 1 because it was so riddled with bugs. And then I just gave a quick recap. Since then, cards like Silene didn't work for 2 months. I'd have to restart the game multiple times to find a battle because matchmaking was so broken. Let me type that in. Find battle because matchmaking was so broken, and Pokemon Go wasn't playable in live until the day after it came to PTCGO, and that resulted in expanded cards being standard for several days. So it came, and okay, so let me, and when Pogo was added, it resulted in expanded cards being in standard for several days. So overall, my experience has not been positive. All right, well, I think that's good. I think that's good. And this, I don't know how to answer this clearly, because the game is repetitive, the game is boring. Are they asking about Pokemon TCG in general or TCG Live? Because repetitive, I wouldn't really... That doesn't really make sense for TCG Live because it's the TCG that would be repetitive. So the game is fun, disagree. It was easy to learn. I neither agree nor disagree because I skipped the tutorial. The game is boring. I agree with that. I definitely agree. The game is repetitive. I neither agree nor disagree. It is repetitive, but it's like that's the nature of a TCG. Yeah, I think it's about live. I just don't understand the repetitive part, because it's like a TCG is meant to be repetitive. You're playing with cards over and over. Did you ever lose interest in playing the game? Very often, yes. Let me get the answer to this. So yes, did you ever lose interest? Well, considering I stopped playing for a month, and then as I previously mentioned, I stopped playing for a full month because the client would keep freezing in games among other issues. I was also fully ready to stop when Pokemon Go didn't come to life when it was supposed to. And Zupa, TCG Live is repetitive in a bad way? I don't think so. Like, I wouldn't consider PTCGO to be repetitive in a bad way. I wouldn't consider Live repetitive. Yeah, Valadoom, exactly. It's a card game. Of course it's repetitive. Giving details of any times you lost interest and why. I stopped playing for a full month because the client would keep freezing in games among other major issues. I was also fully ready to stop when Pokemon Go didn't come to life when it was supposed to. While it did come to PTCGO. Alright, so there we go. Please select the statement that most accurately reflects your desire to continue playing. Well, this is where it gets a little weird, because I will definitely keep playing this game. Because, you know, you're kind of forcing us. You know, you forced us with the migration, so I will definitely keep playing it. Do I want to is the question that they aren't asking. Okay. And yes, I posted this on Twitter. Pokemon TCG Live will replace PTCGO. So as of August 2022, they are still saying that this is going to happen. And get wrecked. Yeah, they overlooked so many questions. They overlooked so many things. And Zupa, I said Runeterra. I mentioned Runeterra multiple times in my answers. All right, and roughly how much time would you say you played PTCGO? Let's go 30 plus. You know, I think I got to like 100 and something days. And I think I'll go with an 8 for PTCGO. Because obviously it was outdated. You know, it's been outdated for several years, but it's still really good overall. So I think an 8 out of 10. I think an 8 out of 10 is fair. Overall, how does TCG Live compare to PTCGO? TCG Live is much worse. Yeah, 8.5. I think 8 is fair for PTCGO. TCG Live is much worse. Like, I can't say it isn't. All right, so this is where they try to confuse you. Because they say it's much better in PTCGO on one side. So how does the following feel to you? UI during matches, much better in TCG Online. Menu navigation, much better in TCG Online. Variety of game modes, I posted on Twitter. There's theme, standard, expanded, and legacy in PTCGO, plus tournaments for all of those except for legacy. On TCG Live, you basically just have standard ranked. That's it. You pretty much just have standard ranked. You can play casual standard and casual expanded, but casual expanded is horrible. So PTCGO was just much better. Alright, so progression, I'd say it's better. I'd say it's better in PTCGO. You know, same with the art style. Like, I don't think the art style is a million times better in PTCGO because it's not that great to begin with. Yeah, it's actually impossible to find a game in expanded. Same with casual, standard, deck building, game economy. I'd say the game economy, that one's a little tricky because the economy could refer to several different things, but I would say overall, including the credit system, the economy is better on TCG Live. All right, so deck building, I mean, it's better in PTCGO. It's better in PTCGO. Gameplay, I mean, it's just better in PTCGO. There's nothing else to say about it. Did TCG Live meet your expectations? No, it didn't meet my expectations at all. And yeah, Zupa, that one could be interpreted a few different ways. What do they mean by game economy? I meant it like all encompassing, credits, coins, crystals. I didn't mean it how, you know, crystals on their own. And Foxy, I took deck building as like the experience of building a deck, not the economy. So I took credits into the economy side because credits are great, but I took deck building as its own thing, like the physical, you know, act of building a deck, because you can't even sort by retreat cost in TCG Live. PTCGO just gives you so many better options. You can expand the deck viewer. So no, it did not meet my expectations. All right, what did I rate for this one? Please explain why it didn't fully meet your expectations. Crafting is easily the best part about Live, but everything is worse. The creepy avatars never go away. You can't mute your opponents. You can't expand your deck list to see it in full screen. Live is riddled with technical issues, and after the initial couple of weeks, no one's really playing Live anymore. You can't find a game in expanded or standard casual. Yeah, deck building needs a lot of work, so why didn't it meet your expectations? You can't find a game. And I don't know, I feel like that's enough. I can go back, but it's just, why didn't it meet my expectations? Because it's just not good. No, you can't find a game expander. The gameplay overall is slower than PTCGO. And compared to every other major card game on the market, it is lacking in nearly every aspect. You know, I'm trying to be as nice as possible. But sometimes you gotta let them know. Gameplay in TCG Live. How do you feel about the gameplay when playing matches? I dislike it. I don't completely dislike it. And call yourself a hostage? Well, yeah, they are keeping your cards hostage. So I found the gameplay to be fun. I disagree. The gameplay is not fun. I found the gameplay strategic. That's less about TCG Live and just more about the Pokemon TCG in general. I feel my strategic choices, I mean, I agree. Allows for different approaches and game styles. I agree. I feel that luck played too much of a factor. I disagree. So this is just more about the TCG in general. I don't think this is about live. And yeah, obviously way too slow for the pace of matches. Let me get the quote for that. Because again, I just did like quick paragraphs. I haven't reread them or anything. So TCG Live can't do multiple things at once. So if you attach energy to retreat your active Pokemon, you have to wait for the attach to resolve before Live realizes you've attached energy, allowing you to retreat. The setup phase can also take several minutes, but the clock never counts down for either player. The animations also take a long time compared to PTCGO. And I guess, is there really anything else? Like using research and Marnie isn't quick. I mean, back when TCG Live first launched, research took forever and Marnie took forever, but they have helped that out a little bit. So I think that's fine. It's just the gameplay is really slow. So overall, the gameplay is just too slow. What else can I say? How do I feel about the following? The length of the matches, too long. The length of my turns, well, I mean, that's up to me. But I'd say the length of my turns is still too long. The length of my opponent's turns, too long. The matchmaking time, much too long. That one's very easy. It is much too long for the matchmaking time. But that is partially due to the fact that no one's playing. How do you feel about the speed of the animations? Too slow. That is an easy choice. Okay, when I played, here we go. This is where people are gonna get real honest. When I played a strong Pokemon onto the battle board, the animations and visual effects felt rewarding. Disagree. The speed of the animations allowed me to understand what's happening. Sure. The animations felt rewarding. Disagree. I like the animations. Strongly disagree. I felt the animations were appropriate to highlight what was happening. I disagree. When I performed a powerful attack, and God no. When I opened a new booster pack, the animations felt rewarding. I disagree with that as well. It's just kind of boring. It's just like, here's some cards. So overall, not a fan. And please rate your agreement with the following statements about casual and ranked. The difference between ranked and casual were clear to me. Sure. It was clear that casual and ranked were available. Sure, I know how to select them. Yes, I know basic things about your game. And it was clear that both standard were available. Yes, I know how to select. Yes, these are just these are basic things that any developer should be able to do, and I don't know why it's in the survey that you know that game modes exist. There were enough game modes available to play. Strongly disagree. It was clear where to go to challenge a friend. I disagree. I disagree that it's clear where to go to challenge a friend. Yeah, because when you have to go into friends, you have to click on them, you have to... I'll neither agree nor disagree. It is what it is, because it's kind of the same as PTCGO, it's just in a different spot. Sure, I prefer playing against other players. As a friend, have you ever played against a friend? Yes, it was a terrible experience. How do you feel about the 9 decks? So the 9 decks are really good. I like the 9 decks. I wouldn't say I strongly like them. I like them, but I'm not in liked with them, right? And I tried all of them, but I think... And Darloxer, how you doing? So I think they screwed up. Unless they've changed something since the beta began, I don't think the single strike Urshifu deck is still available, because that was on the battle pass. Unless they changed it, because when I started, the single strike Urshifu was on the battle pass. So a newer player would be able to answer that better than I could. Alright, the initial decks looked interesting. Strongly agree. They're good to start. Yep, they have good cards. I like the variety. 100%. They did a good job there. I will happily admit that and get wrecked. Yes, you cannot play Expanded against a friend unless you both enter matchmaking at the same time. And even then, it's not a guarantee. Learning how to use the initial decks effectively was difficult? No. I felt overwhelmed? I disagree. And Chaos Mon, yeah, I decided to save it for stream. The initial decks were fun to use, I agree. Some decks felt noticeably stronger. Yeah, again, they did a good job. All right, and this is just a nothing. Oh, the expanded decks. Okay, I made at least one change. This is just a nothing. Okay, how easy or difficult? It's somewhat easy to do. I mean, it's not horrible. And get wrecked? No, you have to just try and you just enter casual at the same time and expanded and hope the game matches you together. You still can't do friend battles though. It is easy to know which cards I have in my collection overall. I mean, I wouldn't say it's... I disagree that it's easy. It's there. Okay, and here we go. This is what really bugs me. Currently, there is no dedicated collection area in Live, but you can view your entire collection of cards by selecting decks and choosing edit decks. And how does the absence of a dedicated collection area make you feel? Very dissatisfied. Who made the decision, hey, let's just not let them see their cards unless they're building a deck? But I tweeted about this like 4 months ago that they were aware of this. So it's like, again, this is something that should have been fixed right away. And Chaosmon, I'll send it out right after. So please rate your agreement. Overall, I find deck editing easy to do. There's just not enough. No, I strongly disagree with how the deck editing works. I enjoyed figuring out ways to improve my deck. I mean, that's the whole point of the TCG. Adding and removing new cards was easy to do. I disagree. I feel I have all the tools. No. They need a lot more just options to find Pokemon. Because again, you can't search by retreat cost. Let's say you want a free retreat card in your deck. There's no way to search for it. But on PTCGO, there is. I like how creating a new deck works. Disagree. If I was looking for specific cards, I was usually able to find it. I mean... yeah, if I was looking for a specific card, sure. The deck manager menus are easy to interact with. They're fine, okay? They're fine. Using filters was easy to do. Well, using the filters was easy to do. The options available are not sufficient. Sorting cards was easy to do. I disagree. Using filters was easy to do, or which one? Get wrecked. Well, personally... oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, you're thinking about the certain rarity. So if I was looking for a specific card, I was usually able to find it. Then I would say neither agree nor disagree, because yeah, I can. So yeah, I understand what you mean by that. Finding the certain rarity takes a long time. And Valadoom, yes, you can import decks in Live, just take the deck list from Limitless, and you can put it in there. And Chaosmon, I just want to be able to have a default art. You know, I want to have the default art for Marnie and Ultra Ball. I don't want to have to always select the certain art for Ultra Ball every time I add it to my deck. It's so annoying. The options available for sorting cards were sufficient. No. I usually knew what... okay, this is just about deck building. This is, again, about the Pokemon TCG in general and not Live. I disagree. I usually knew what kind of changes. Agree. I wish the tutorial gave me more information on deck building. I never did the tutorial. It is easy to know. Sure. Because you don't let us play it. Yes. It was easy, I guess, because it just shows you. It just shows you. How do you feel about the changes you made to your deck? Sometimes they improved my deck, other times they worsened it. Yes, that is very true. And this is where you can't go back. So this is like the checkpoint of the survey. So this is just going to be about the... this is just going to be about the game in general. Have I ever made exchanges? Yes, once or twice. And yeah, Chaosmon, there was a tutorial. I skipped it. Daisy, how you doing? This is the survey for TCG Live. It is clear where I have to go to exchange credits for Pokemon cards. I mean, it's not clear, so I disagree. The process of exchanging credits for cards is straightforward. I do agree with that. How do you feel this exchange system as a way to... I strongly like it. It's so much better than trading on PTCGO. Always... How do you feel about the price? I think they're just right. I think they're just right. It's the getting the credits that's the tough part. And I'm neither satisfied nor unsatisfied with the lack of microtransactions. I think they'd improve the game, but I understand what they were going for, so it's whatever. And how do I feel about the absence? I'm neither happy nor unhappy. I know a lot of people are unhappy. Credits are better. You know, that's the reality we have to face. How often have you redeemed code cards? Oh, you know, once or twice. Once or twice. I'm only giving away hundreds a month. So the process for redeeming code cards was intuitive. I disagree because you can't hit enter. You can't just hit enter when you type in a code. You have to manually type, you know, submit. And then only 10 at a time is annoying. I wish they would have increased that. The amount of virtual cards felt appropriate with the cost of the physical booster packs. Well, I disagree because you changed it to 5 cards. Obtaining new cards helped me progress through my goals. Yeah, I strongly agree because you gave me credits and I have the celebrations method. Obtaining new cards through this method felt useful. Yeah, because again, you got to spend money, but it does work. How do I feel about the progression? Somewhat not engaging, sure. So general progression was rewarding. I disagree. I feel like I wanted to continue progressing. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm stuck. I knew what rewards I would get. I disagree with that because you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get when you level up your profile. So I'll do, you know, everything else they tell you, but when you level up your profile, you never know. And the game felt repetitive. Again, it's a TCG. Of course it's repetitive. And Zupa, yeah, there's third-party microtransactions. How do you feel about the pace of progress? Too slow. You need to earn crystals so much faster. I know what to do in order to progress in the game. Yeah, I mean, you need to play the game. I know how to get the cards I want. Yes, rewards felt generous. Disagree. I created my own goals. Sure, making progress was too difficult. I agree. How easy was obtaining the cards you wanted? Well, that's just such an open-ended question. For me, it was easy. Or I'd say it was just right because I was spending the money on celebrations codes. So because I knew how to game the system, it was just right. But that doesn't mean for other people it is. So it's just another open-ended question. Yeah, so it's like, for some people, it's going to differ from person to person. It doesn't mean it's fair. It just means that for me personally, it worked. And again, you get coins after each game, which I hate. Alright, the rewards I got for winning matches felt generous. I disagree. You get... Like, this is the reward. You get 17 coins. Congratulations. Which system I was making progress? I agree. I know where I was making progress. The rewards from winning matches encouraged me to keep playing. I disagree. It wasn't the rewards. It was the fact that, you know, I'm streaming the game. The rewards I got from matches were clear. Yes, obviously. It was clear how to progress my player level. I think they mean just the regular level, not anything else. So I'll say agree. I'll neither agree nor disagree. It was clear how to progress my battle pass. That is very... Yeah, the profile level, that's the one on the front page. I knew what rewards I would get for progressing my player level. Strongly disagree. You never tell us. And yeah, the battle pass, of course. How would you describe the usefulness of the rewards? Not particularly useful. We don't need coins. We need crystals and credits. Alright, 75%. We're almost there. How satisfied were you with the pace of progression through the battle pass? So going through the battle pass, I was satisfied. The rewards, no, but the pace of the battle pass, yes, I'm satisfied with that. I knew what I needed to do to get XP in battle pass. Strongly agree. The amount of crystals... I disagree. I don't think 800 crystals to unlock the premium battle pass. I strongly disagree. I think 800 is totally fine, especially when you get 600 back. I felt motivated. Sure, the premium battle pass felt like good value. Strongly agree. You get a free deck. I felt that without the premium battle pass, it was difficult to progress. Yeah, 800 isn't bad, but that's a very open-ended question as well. I felt that without the premium battle pass, it was difficult to progress. But even with the premium battle pass, it's difficult to progress. So that's not the right question you should be asking. So I have to just go neither agree nor disagree. Zapdos, how you doing? Did you engage with daily quests? Of course. Did you complete any daily quests in Battle Pass? Yes. How did you feel about the number of quests available to you? Far too few. There's 2. Give us some more. Give us some interesting things. How do you feel about the amount of rewards the quest? Very scarce. Yeah, they need to improve that dramatically. Did you play any ranked matches? Yes. Do you know what was required to progress? Yeah, always. Winning. You need to win to progress. That's very simple. It's pretty clear. You just got to click on some buttons and you'll get it. How do I feel about the pace of progression? Too slow. You don't level up nearly fast enough. I've never reached Arceus tier. I know I play bad decks, but you know, you never make it. How satisfied were you with the rewards? I'm somewhat dissatisfied because those are like the ranked ladder rewards. Actually, no, I am dissatisfied because you get like 100 crystals every month. That's really bad. And did you prefer playing ranked mode or casual? You can't find any games in casual, so I think I much preferred ranked. Alright, we'd like to know about aspects. I honestly haven't checked, so I'll just say 30. What's my battle pass rank? 70. I think I'm like 4. Let's do 420. And no, that's not a meme. That is literally what I was at, so let's just go there. I completely dislike 3 types of currency in the game. I understood how to get more of this currency. Yes, you just play games. If I needed to, I could get more of this. Yes, you just play games. I know what the purpose of this currency was. Yes, it does nothing important. And it's extremely easy to get coins. It's just they're useless. Please rate your agreement with the following. I understood how to get more crystals. Yeah, you do your daily quest. If I needed to, I could get more. Somewhat agree. If I've done my daily quest, then yeah. I knew what the purpose of this currency was. Yes, you buy things with it. How easy, extremely difficult to get crystals. Unless you use PTCGO, it's almost impossible to get any good amount of crystals. You have to use PTCGO to earn crystals in live, and that is so stupid. You mentioned it was difficult to obtain this currency. How much did it? Well, it didn't affect my enjoyment of the game because I'm not enjoying the game. So it didn't affect my enjoyment because I'm not enjoying it. So again, they're not asking the right question. Alright, I understood how to get more. If I needed to, I could get more. I knew what the purpose was. Yep, how easy or difficult? Extremely easy because you just gotta spend money. You throw money at your screen, you get it. When playing TCG Live, did you migrate your account? Yes. I feel like they put more effort into the survey than the game itself. I know, right? I understand the advantages. Yes. It's clear that what will be transferred when I migrate. Not 100%. I mean, I know where to find it. I feel like there were no advantages. I agree, there were no advantages. I'm stuck on TCG Live. I feel that the way account migrations works is fair. I mean, it sucks that you get rid of extra copies of cards. I like how account migration works. Well, I mean, I like how it works because it works. So I agree. I feel the way... No, I think I disagree. I feel that the way account migration works is fair. No, because you lose all your cards. You lose all your cards. I'm extremely dissatisfied with having migrated my account. That is for sure. Why did you feel dissatisfied? Well, here we go. Uh-oh, I just completely screwed up my computer. Alright, I can't go back to PTCGO without starting a brand new account. I thought TCG Live would be in a better state when it launched to the public, but that wasn't the case. I also thought it would be in beta for a short period of time before fully launching. 6 months later, there's still no timeline, and my card collection is stuck on a game that no one's playing. So why did you feel dissatisfied? Because I can't go back to PTCGO and TCG Live sucks. So I feel like that is an accurate statement. And here we go. This is where I'm going to say a million things. So here we go. Final piece of feedback. All right, I didn't really space this out. Boy, howdy. So any feedback? Yeah, what's the character limit? There's a lot. Communication needs to be improved by the development team. We don't have any sort of roadmap, whereas PTCGO players get details weeks in advance. The battle pass being at 70 levels is way too short. I finished it with 2 months to go. Either push it to 100. Let's do push it. Push it real good. Either push it to 100 levels or allow us to go back to repeat the battle pass multiple times. I think that is good. Combining coins and crystals fixes all of the issues with the economy. But having microtransactions... Okay, so with the economy... Because coins are effectively useless, while crystals effectively useless and easy to get, while crystals are extremely important. Extremely important, but impossible to get. There we go. Credits are handled really well, but having microtransactions would allow players to easily boost their accounts. Because right now it's just redeeming codes, and that's going third party, and there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. Issues with broken cards need to be addressed sooner. Silene and Mr. Rhyme were broken for 2 months and never banned, but Pyukamuku was banned. The speed of the game needs to be improved. The avatars need to be just removed, or at the very least give us the option to remove them. I guess I'll say hide them. They could be replaced by a Pikachu or Eevee that you can interact with. See Legends of Runeterra. We also need the option to remove the effects of lights constantly flashing in players' eyes when Lightning and Dragon Pokemon are promoted. The hexagon pattern of the board makes no sense. Customizable boards should be an option. See Runeterra. An official alternate play handbook was just released, but TCG Live only has standard and half of an expanded mode, yet nobody's playing casual, standard, or expanded. A pre-release format would be great, same with the GLC format. I could go on. Basically, every aspect of TCG Live needs to be reevaluated except the credit system. Press the blue button. Oh, thank you. My response? Yeah, change the game into Runeterra and that would improve it just massively. And we'll be good to go.